Hey everybody, my name is Jared and I am a Master Mason in the state of Mississippi in the United States of America, and this is the Sit Lux Pen by Edgar Alejandro over at Masonic Revival. You know, if you're like me, you've had a lot of opportunity to meet brethren that you don't see on a day-to-day basis. Maybe you went to Grand Lodge and it's just some brethren from the other side of the state. Maybe you were able to travel and visit outside of the jurisdiction. Maybe your contact with other Freemasons outside of your local area is limited to action on the internet, talking to people on Facebook or sharing comments on YouTube or whatever the case may be. But the point is, it's a lot of fun to get out there and interact with other brethren to see what kind of projects they're working on. Maybe they are a manufacturer of some product, maybe they are an author, maybe they are a fantastic presenter of information, a fantastic educational Masonic person. Whatever the case may be, it's really enjoyable to look at someone else's laudable undertaking and understand it better, and to encourage them as a brother and to give them that uplift and that support and to back them up, if you will. Well, I want to tell you a little short story about that kind of thing. You might remember when a couple guys from the Masonic Roundtable, John Ruark and R.H. Johnson, decided to come out with a book called It's Business Time, Adapting a Corporate Path for Freemasonry. And it's not a terribly long book. It takes a couple hours to read at the most, depending on just how fast you read. But it has a lot of good information in there about the kind of things that are taught to people in a corporate environment and how they run corporations efficiently, and how we can take those same lines of thinkings and apply them to what needs to be done inside of a Masonic lodge. So it's not how to turn a Masonic lodge into a corporation, and it's not treating Masonic lodges as though they are corporations. It's about saying, hey, I learned how to do this little trick over here at work, but I kind of see how I could do that trick over here in lodge too and make life easier. So that's a very quick synopsis of just some of the ideas that are inside of this. Well, you know, I've heard the guys on the Masonic Roundtable talk quite a bit, and I know that they are all very much about the idea of leaning on the newer technologies that are coming out. Sure, we all love a good book. Sure, we all love talking to somebody on the phone and seeing them face to face. But in today's day, we have so many other ways that we communicate and interact, share ideas, share information. And when I saw them come out with this book, it just about boggled my mind that it didn't immediately come out in an audible format. So over the last couple months, during the time where I didn't have any videos coming out, I reached out to RJ and John, and I asked them about an audiobook. And I even called it a crazy idea. And I said, what do you think about if I read your book? So you can kind of see I've been through this a good bit. It's pretty well all bent out of shape. But that is what I have been working on. And I am here today to announce to you that the audible version of It's Business Time, Adapting a Corporate Path for Freemasonry by Robert H. Johnson and John T. Ruark is now available. So if you head over to Audible or Amazon.com and download it, you can start to hear this. This is It's Business Time, Adapting a Corporate Path for Freemasonry by Robert H. Johnson and John T. Ruark, as read by Jared Stanley. So I hope that this is a benefit for some of you. I know a lot of people are commuters, and having something in a audio format is a lot easier for you than having a physical book to read, or even scrolling through a Kindle device, or whatever the case may be. So I hope that it provides a service to you. I'm doing this of my own free will and accord. I told RJ and John that I wasn't asking for any of their royalties or anything like that, because I know they're only going to make pennies on the dollar for each of these books, because I too have had books in the past on Amazon. And I said, look, I just want to do it. I just want to be the guy that lends his voice to this book. So head over there, check it out, and I hope that it's everything that you imagine it could be. I learned a lot going through this process. I learned a lot about what it takes to meet Audible standards and be able to put out an audio book, and it was a little nitpicky if you ask me, but in the end it all really worked out well, and I'm quite happy with the results of it. I'm certainly one of those people that believe that if you're going to produce something, it needs to be something worthwhile. I don't want to put something out there with my name on it and have other people think, oh really, Jared did that? That doesn't really sound like Jared. Jared's usually up here and this is way down here. I wonder what happened with that. So I'm always aiming one step further. That's kind of, to me, that's what Freemasonry is all about. How do I be better than myself today than I was yesterday or even just a moment ago? So the company had to sort of force me through that and say, okay, nice recording, now make it better. Okay, nice recording, now make it better. But we got through it, and there it is. So I'll shut up and just say thank you to RJ and John for allowing me to be a part of this project, and I hope that it helps at least spark some creative ideas. Even if you never worry about who moved the cheese or how to be agile or care about lean, if it anything makes you think twice about, okay, well, before we do this, are we doing this the best way possible before you take action, then I think it serves some value to you. Thank you all so much for taking the time to watch. Enjoy the book, and we'll see you next time. Bye.